Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character ex-listener by me. So let's get into it. Midoriya Izuku. Now, Midoriya really had no experience in doing this with anyone else. After all, it's not like he has previously made out with someone, or even kissed someone before dating you. So this was quite a hurdle for him, and quite a thing to overcome. But please do not blame him. He's trying his best. He wants to be good for you. And that means he's going to do all he can to make this enjoyable. But all he can does not mean that it won't guarantee anything. He's trying his best, but that's all. Trying being the key word. The first few times it's messy, and the two of you just stare at one another, blushing, trying to get close to one another but not being able to do so. Take a deep breath. You tell him, even though you're telling yourself the same thing, trying to stay calm. And then your hands go in his own, and you squeeze each other's hands before leaning in one more time, trying it all over again. As you close your eyes, your lips pressing against his own, finally, and you deepen the kiss as he starts to melt into it, bringing you even closer to him. And that's when you knew that Midoriya was a little bit more bold when the two of you got into action. When it came to initiating things, maybe not, but when you got into it, he sure liked to do a lot. He put his hand on your hair, tugging it a little bit, making you whimper into the kiss. And that's when he knew that things may get a little bit more intimate from now then. And you got a little bit lost in time, staying close to him, pulling away, completely breathless, only to lean in once more, wanting more of him, and Midoriya the same. The two of you ached and wanted each other, in more ways than one. And although the start was a shaky one, it was there, and that's all that really mattered. Todoroki Shoto. Todoroki does not know what making out even means. And when the first time comes around, so the two of you have to kiss, it's rather awkward. He is very hesitant, doesn't know what to do, and it feels weird. Both him and you say the same thing. It feels strange. But the thing is, it was your first time doing all of this. So neither of you expected the other to be automatically good at it. And neither of you knew if this was how it was supposed to feel. Because everyone described the feeling differently. And you didn't know whether you were doing this right. Until Shoto held both of your hands in his own and looked you in the eyes. Let's do things our own way, Wayan. We don't have to be like anyone else. We can just do things the way we like them. It doesn't matter what other people think, or what they do, or how they start. What matters is the two of us be happy. And as long as you're happy with me, I'd be happy too. So tell me, so I can try for you, he said, and you almost welled up because he was so sweet, so gentle and so loving, even when he didn't really have to be. He brought him closer, kissing his cheek, once, twice, before leaning in one more time, this time pressing your lips to his own, and he let out a low hum. As he let you deep in the kiss, closing his eyes and sighing softly, he felt sweet. You were extremely sweet too, and the way he was holding you, it was everything. He loved you, and you could say it all over, every day and every moment. And once he pulled away, the two of you were blushing, and maybe he didn't want to meet your eyes. So that's why he buried his face into your neck, but the two of you knew that a lot of things were about to change now, especially since you passed such a monumental milestone in your relationship. Bakugou Katsuki. Now, Katsuki was not the most intimate person, and neither was he the most affectionate one, so it was no surprise to know that he was not really into the whole making out type of thing, and kissing was already difficult enough with him. So, something as intimate as this, surely it took some time and effort, a lot of effort from you. But you did your best, and thankfully, you were able to make some progress. But you never thought that it would actually get to this point. The first time that he actually agreed to do it with you was during a sleepover. The two of you were watching a movie. You were sitting on his lap with his arms around your waist, and then he turned you around, looked you in the eye, and said he wanted to do this. And you've been staring at him, blushing and frozen in place for a couple of moments, before he gulped and nodded. Okay, okay, let's just try and do this normally and we'll see how it goes, he said nervously, and he nodded, just as nervous as you were, but just hiding it better than you. And as you leaned in, he closed his eyes, his lips meeting your own, and slightly, you let your mouth part, and that was the beginning of it. The end of something and the beginning of something else, and this whole thing, it felt magical. You didn't know how he claimed to not have known this before, or known how to do it because he's never kissed anyone. But damn was he good at it. Perhaps it would always be like this with him being so good at everything, without even trying. And you knew that, now that you know this about him, it was never not going to make your heart flutter, because you loved him. And it was also kind of hot, how good he was at everything, and how he made you feel he was so experienced, even though he really wasn't. Once you pulled away from him, he smiled, stroking your hair gently as he hugged you close. You know what? I kinda like this. Maybe we should do it more. Maybe. I mean, I like that too.